March 29, 2025, marked an important day for Louisiana residents. It was election day for many municipalities across the state. Voters headed to the polls to make their voices heard on a range of issues, from choosing their next mayors and council members to deciding on proposed constitutional amendments. The stakes were high. These local elections have a direct impact on the day-to-day lives of citizens. They shape the future of their communities. The energy at polling stations was palpable. Voters engaged in last-minute discussions about the candidates and amendments. Campaign volunteers stood by, hoping their efforts would sway undecided voters. A sense of civic duty filled the air as people exercised their right to vote. The outcomes of these elections will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on the communities involved. The significance of municipal elections cannot be overstated. These elections determine who will represent the community's interests. They decide who will make decisions about local services, infrastructure, and policies. From parks and recreation to public safety and economic development, the decisions made by local officials touch upon every aspect of residents' lives. As the polls closed and the votes began to be tallied, anticipation grew. The results of these elections would determine the direction of these Louisiana communities for years to come. The stage was set for potential surprises and shifts in the political landscape. In a surprising turn of events, Louisiana voters rejected all 4 proposed constitutional amendments. These amendments, covering a range of legal and governmental issues, failed to garner enough support to pass. This outcome highlights the diverse viewpoints within the electorate and the complexities of constitutional reform. Amendment 1 sought to streamline disciplinary proceedings for attorneys and courts of limited jurisdiction. Proponents argued it would increase efficiency and accountability. However, opponents expressed concerns about potential overreach and unintended consequences. Ultimately, voters decided against the amendment. Amendment 2 addressed the power of taxation and limitations. This complex issue sparked debate about the role of government and the burden on taxpayers. While some saw it as a necessary measure to control government spending, others worried about potential cuts to essential services. The amendment failed to gain the support needed to pass. Amendments 3 and 4 focused on juvenile justice and judicial elections respectively. Amendment 3 proposed changes to juvenile crimes and special juvenile proceedings, aiming to balance accountability with rehabilitation. Amendment 4 addressed election dates for new judgeships and judicial vacancies, seeking to improve the efficiency of the judicial system. Despite the importance of these issues, both amendments were rejected by voters. The resounding rejection of all 4 amendments underscores the importance of clear communication and public engagement in the amendment process. It also highlights the challenges of achieving consensus on complex issues with far-reaching implications. The city of St. George witnessed a significant political shift with the election of a new mayor. Dustin Yates, a Republican, emerged victorious. He campaigned on a platform of fiscal responsibility, economic growth, and improved public safety. Yates's victory signals a desire for change among St. George voters. However, the races for St. George City Council remain undecided. 2 of the council seats will be determined in upcoming runoff elections. In the race for the council member-at-large position, David DeLucci, a Republican, secured enough votes to win outright. The remaining at-large seat will be decided in a runoff between Jim Talbot, a Republican, and Sean Wyche, a Democrat. Another closely watched race is for the council member District 4 seat. Patricia Patty Cook, a Republican, and David Matafari, an independent, will face each other in a runoff. The outcome of this race will determine the balance of power on the city council. These runoffs are expected to be hotly contested. Both candidates in each race will be vying for the support of voters who initially cast ballots for other candidates. Turnout will be crucial in determining the ultimate winners. The new mayor and city council will face the challenge of working together to address the needs of St. George residents. Beyond the municipal races, several other important contests were on the ballot in Louisiana. The race for 21st Judicial District Judge Division 1 remained undecided. This judicial district covers Livingston, St. Helena, and Tangipahoa parishes. 2 candidates, Jenny Richardson IV and Jessica Ledette, both Republicans, will face each other in a runoff election. In Killian, Caleb Atwell, a Republican, secured victory in the mayoral race. However, the results for the alderman election were not yet available. Similarly, the outcome of the Sorrento Council election, with its 7 candidates vying for seats, remained pending. These races highlight the importance of local elections and the impact they have on communities across Louisiana. The March 29, 2025, Louisiana municipal primary election showcased the vibrancy of democracy at the local level. From the rejection of all 4 constitutional amendments to the closely contested races that will be decided in runoffs, it is clear that Louisiana voters are engaged and eager to have their voices heard. As the state awaits the final results of these elections, one thing is certain: the decisions made on this day will shape the future of these communities for years to come.